I want to tell you the story of the birth of the happiness coach. And I'm going to shoot it real straight with you, okay? I am someone who has spent time in darkness, all right? A lot of time in darkness. I struggled my whole life with like being a nervous, anxious person. And in high school, it really came to a head. What happened was I developed full blown panic disorder. At the time, they didn't know what it was. They actually misdiagnosed me with a seizure disorder. Basically, what happened is I was this kind of independent um, person. I kind of had this vivacious personality on the inside. And my junior year of high school, all of that got completely shut down because I found myself living with different limitations that I had never incurred before. Okay. So what happened was from about the time I was 16 till about age 22, my life was severely limited. Like the old vivacious independent Kim, the light about her got completely shut down because all of a sudden I was struggling living minute by minute, folks. And that's no joke. Actually, I think it went on till like I was 24 years old. Like everything became difficult. All of a sudden, I couldn't drive to Walmart. I couldn't go in the door. I struggled to be by myself when I worked as a secretary in an office and everybody would leave for lunch. Like I was so stricken with fear and panic disorder, and my self-esteem was at an all-time low because I was an adult who seemed to be like functioning at a childlike level. Like I couldn't be by myself. I struggled to walk around the block, to go to my mailbox, to be left at home. And this was a very dark period in my life. And I remember feeling like it's just too hard. Like living and breathing minute by minute was so difficult for me. But on the outside, I was getting in my car. I was driving to my secretary's job every day. Like I was not letting people know what was going on with me because I was ashamed and embarrassed. And I remember truly being in my little bitty bathroom and in my little bitty house. And the time my husband had left for work. And I was just struggling. I just did not know what was wrong with my head. I didn't know why I had these intense feelings of fear and losing my mind. And I remember just crouching down on the bathroom floor and laying on the bath mat. And I just remember saying, I just can't live like this anymore. Like, God, I think you just need to take me. Like, it is too hard to live my life. And that was a really low point for me. Like to contemplate that it just wasn't worth it anymore. And I remember laying there with the lights turned off on that bath mat. And I remember thinking, this cannot be all there is to life. Like there has to be a way out of this. And I felt like I almost got an invitation from God. I felt like he almost said, okay, I've got you here at this lowest point. Now let's start doing the damn work. Like get up off that bath mat, walk out your door, and let's see if we can't figure out how to get you back. And I have to tell you, folks, when people ask me, how did you become a happiness coach? How did you become a motivational speaker? And I think back to that young, 23-year-old woman laying on her bathroom floor. And I think about how is that the same woman to this day who gets on a stage, who drives out of her town by herself, drives to the airport, gets on a plane, flies across the country, steps on a stage, and empowers thousands of people. Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because I refused to give up. Because I decided it was time to chase the light. And I will tell you, folks, that that's what I've done. For the last 20 years of my life, I threw myself into the personal development field. And I found the tricks and the secrets, and I started to implement them in my life. And my life is so much bigger than I could have ever imagined it to be. Yes, do I still have struggles? Yes, do I even have anxiety sometimes? Do I still even have panic attacks? I do, but now I have tools and strategies for getting through them. And what I've done is I've taken the mess of my life and I've made it my mission to paint a path out of the darkness, to show others how to create this very big ass life, how to begin to chase the light that resides within all of us, how to tap in to the potential that is there, right? Because I know it is possible. And I have a framework now in place where I teach women how to do this, how to start playing bigger in their life, how to start really matching the inside of who they are and matching their outsides to that, right? To step into the real, authentic person that they are, and to be honest, how to start to knock it out of the ballpark. And so if this sounds like you, if you are someone who has struggled, but you are ready to grow your damn wings, you are ready to shine brightly, you are ready to show up as the badass version of yourself, and you are ready to play big, then I have the answers. I think I have the solutions. And I want you to come and play along with me. I want you to do the damn work. I want you to invest in yourself. What would happen if you could change the next 30 years of your life by investing in yourself for the next 10 weeks? Because I can tell you, you can make it happen, but I can't make it happen for you. You have to decide to pull the trigger. You have to say, hey, it's worth it if it changes the next 30 years of my life. And guess what? I think you're worth it.